Hey y'all, welcome to week 3 of our healthy lifestyle transformation. This week we're focusing on diet, and I wanted to present a cute little PowerPoint I made called Minding Your Macros. So, you may have heard of that dude in the gym saying, I gotta get my macros in, and you're like, what is that? So that is macronutrients, and they are fat, protein, and carbohydrates, and they make up the food that help create energy. So the good thing about knowing what macronutrients are is that by counting them and adjusting the ratio, you can meet your health goals, such as losing weight, gaining muscle, or once you've gotten to that point that you are in maintenance mode, this is where you can maintain that weight loss and get your body to all the hard work that you had and did to get to where you wanted to be. You can keep that, right? So the first one is protein. They are the building blocks for muscle, and they're a high energy source. They also allow us to feel full longer. So some great sources are going to be eggs, beef, fish, cheese, nuts, and I, for the sake of this presentation, am not going to appease to those that are vegan, vegetarian, anything like that. Listen, take the information and you adjust it based on your philosophical beliefs or whatever it is, the reason that you have made to the choice to follow a specific diet. The next one is fats. And so there are good fats versus bad fats. And I'm going to say that fats get a bad rap. We think to stay away from them. We even have this idea that we've got low fat cottage cheese or low fat milk. And I just want to have you think about, what do you think they have to do to the food in order to get the fat out of it? And sometimes the chemicals that they've added to the food to take the fats out are actually more harmful for you. And fat's not bad for you. It's in the most efficient energy source. And it's just whether you're eating the good ones as opposed to the bad ones. And this is where we are going to choose coconut oil, avocado oil, olive oil versus canola oil, or I don't know, margarine. I mean, I don't know anyone that just still eats that, but avocados are amazing sources of fat, in addition to nuts and salmon. Carbohydrates. I think the average person, when you say carbohydrates, they think cereal, bread, and donuts. And those are not the carbs that you should be having. Those carbs spike your blood sugar, and you'll end up on, in a not good place. So I am not a fan of no carb diets, though, because they are important sources of energy for both mental and physical activity. Our brains need them. And we just need to make sure that we're having complex carbohydrates as opposed to simple carbohydrates. Some examples of complex carbohydrates are going to be veggies. Yes, veggies are carbs, and fruits. And I'm going to go one step further and say that not all fruits are good for you. If you are wanting to lose weight, you should be staying away from those apples, those oranges, those bananas that are high in sugar, and be consuming more berries. So, what should your macro breakdown be? I have provided 2 sources of macro calculators, and this is great because you put in your age, your sex, your current weight, what you would want your weight to be, what level of physical activity you currently are getting. And two things happen. It gives you the amount of calories that you should be consuming a day to reach your goal, and of those calories, what your breakdown should be. For instance, should it be 40% carbs and 30-30 split of fats and proteins? I don't know. It'll tell you. And then you can have and download a nice little app that will track your macros for you. I use MyFitnessPal, so that's a pretty good one, I think. But there's some other ones out there. That's just the one that I use. By no means do I say you should go get MyFitnessPal. So this right here is a great image of a macro cheat sheet. And why I say it's great is because there are foods that are not just sources of protein, right? They're also good sources of fats. And for instance, salmon, eggs, bacon. And so they cross over. So there's a way to eat efficiently and get the fuel that you need on the daily day to function. And the last thing that I just wanted to share with you is we all have heard and know of those fad diets. And I just wanted to throw this in there so that you can kind of get the gist of what the diet is, a short description of it, and how it works. Then if you really want to lose weight, you know yourself, you can then toy around and play around with these, right? Because not every specific way of eating is the right way for each person. We are all different, and our bodies handle and need different things. And so therefore, right now, I know keto is big, intermittent fasting is big, but that's not the best thing for everyone. And so you do have to play around with it, and you have to find out what's best for you and what is going to help you reach your health goals the fastest. Personally, I play around with keto and intermittent fasting, and that's what's worked with me. So I hope that you will take this information and it will help you in whatever goals you have. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me and I will get an answer back to you as soon as possible. Hasta luego.